Hey everyone, Alastor here from the GeekEZ, and, well, due to personal reasons for a couple of members, we weren't able to have a show this week. So I'm going to be doing what I'm temporarily calling, until we figure it out, the GeekEZ Happy Hour, where I try and do some spot news stuff in case we ever miss a show or something important pops up where we feel the need to inform you. First, we're going to talk about Total Biscuit. I'm sure a lot of people have heard he passed away yesterday from complications of cancer. And a couple of members of us did, well, especially me, he was very influential to me wanting to get into doing sort of games critique, which I never really got to do. But to basically say that he was influential to the medium as a whole of dorky people like us getting together and talking on YouTube and Twitch about stuff we like, can't be stressed enough. Total Biscuit is a huge influence to a lot of people, and he paved the way for a lot of people to be able to really make their mark doing very specific things. Be that critiquing video games, doing Let's Plays, critiquing movies, being a bunch of jackasses that get together on a Wednesday and talk about whatever they want to talk about, that sort of stuff. Total Biscuit made it legitimate. And so our thoughts go out to his wife and his family. And, well, that's about it on that. I can't really... If I get too much into it, I'll either ramble or potentially get emotional. Nobody wants to hear that. So we'll move on to some more geeky and less sad news. As I'm pretty sure several of you saw Solo last night, Lucasfilm decided it was a good time to make announcements, I guess, or leaks got out, but it has been confirmed that there is going to be a Boba Fett movie, and that Lucasfilm is developing movies on a bunch of characters, including Obi-Wan. But we don't know much about that. What we do know is that James Mangold and Simon Kinberg are working on the Boba Fett film, which, I don't know, Logan was praised. I haven't had a chance to see it yet. Adam has his issues with it, but a lot of people loved it, so hopefully they can, hit it out of the park a second time. I don't really think we need these films, but at the same time, I don't think we don't need these films, so long as they're done right, and I'm hearing great things about Solo. We'll all probably have seen it by the time Wednesday rolls around next week, and hopefully nothing will keep us from having a show then. Well, so you'll hear our full thoughts on that. I know that Adam has seen it, and Wolfie will be seeing it today. I try to see it on Monday, which is my next day off, and Tank will probably see it this weekend. Other news, E3 is coming up, and as a result, a lot of either game news is being revealed by game developers or being leaked by people who are, knee-deep in the trenches of informing players stuff that developers don't want them to know. And one of the things that's come out is that Nintendo has filed 2 copyrights that seem to lean towards a Nintendo 64 Mini. One, they actually filed a trademark for N64, which is interesting because N64, as I recall, was more of a fan name. It was literally the Nintendo 64. And there's also been a trademark / copyright patent for the N64 controller in the European Union that was renewed. So more than likely, here in a couple weeks when E3 rolls around, we're going to hear more news about that, and then wait to see them be completely out of stock forever. And then in final news, we've got, well, if you're a lonely fella, or just really, really bored and like silly games, you've probably heard of the Waifu Holocaust, where Steam randomly decided that despite the fact that a bunch of visual novel games didn't violate their terms of service, a bunch of visual novel games decided to violate the terms of service. Well, there was a lot of backlash, Steam backed down, Valve told them that they weren't going to be removed, but apparently a bunch of those game developers has decided, as they probably rightfully should, because this is just one brick in a very long road of Steam going to crap for indie developers, that they're going to move elsewhere. And they've partnered with GOG, Good Old Games, to have their libraries moved over there. GOG's pretty laid back. You don't get DRM with your stuff. You can play Pod Racer. Still waiting for Star Trek Armada and Star Trek Armada 2. We can dream. But, hey, if you happen to be into video games about anime chicks banging you or other anime chicks, more power to you. We don't judge. But that's about all I could find for this particular little happy hour. I'm going to let the video finish playing out in the background because no reason not to. And obviously this was not professionally done. There's a lot of rambling, there's a lot of dead space. It's just something I decided to do this morning when I woke up. If you like the idea and you want us to refine it, drop a comment down there or do whatever you want to do.